In the early 90s, India's B2B market was stuck in the past. Imagine this. Indian small and medium-sized businesses had products of great quality. They had the skills to manufacture them, but they lacked the infrastructure to take these products to a global market. The biggest pain point? A lack of digital platforms that could connect sellers with international buyers. Before the internet boom, businesses relied on traditional methods to reach their customers. Think of time-consuming trade fairs or making costly trips to foreign countries, only to come back without any leads or confirmed deals. These inefficient processes made it nearly impossible for Indian SMEs to scale globally. Exporters were facing a significant roadblock in getting their products to a larger audience. Now, here's where Dinesh Agarwal enters the story. Dinesh saw this gap and realized that with the rise of the internet, there was a massive opportunity to connect buyers and sellers in a way that had never been done before in India. At the heart of the issue was the fact that Indian businesses, particularly the small and medium-sized ones, had the potential to offer high-quality goods, but they lacked the reach. While companies in the US or Europe were quickly adopting the internet as a business tool, India was slow to catch up. This left a massive gap between the supply of Indian goods and the demand that existed abroad. These businesses had the talent and capability, but lacked the means to connect with international markets. The only options available at the time were expensive and inefficient. Marketing strategies were outdated, relying on costly brochures, long-distance communication, or even physical visits to foreign countries. Trade shows, for example, were a go-to for many businesses. A trade show is a large-scale event where businesses in a specific industry come together to display and promote their products to potential buyers. However, attending a trade show in the 1990s meant significant investments in travel, setup costs, and marketing materials. After all this effort, there was no guarantee of converting these efforts into actual sales. For many small businesses, this was simply not sustainable. Furthermore, communication channels were unreliable. Long-distance phone calls were expensive and fax machines were slow. Without a streamlined, efficient communication platform, expanding globally seemed nearly impossible. That's where the gap lay, and Dinesh Agarwal recognized it before anyone else did. Born in 1969, Dinesh Agarwal was always someone who saw opportunities where others saw challenges. Raised in a small town near the India-Nepal border, his upbringing instilled in him values of hard work, perseverance, and a knack for problem-solving. Agarwal was academically gifted and went on to pursue a degree in computer science from Harcourt Butler Technical University in Kanpur. After graduating, he landed a job at HCL Technologies, one of India's top tech companies, and was later sent to the US to work on projects there. This was where his entrepreneurial spirit truly awakened. Working in the US during the early 90s, Dinesh witnessed the rise of the internet firsthand. Back in the US, Dinesh Agarwal watched as the internet began to revolutionize how businesses operated. The internet had not only connected people, but also opened up markets. Businesses that once relied on physical stores or traditional marketing methods could now sell products to anyone, anywhere, with just a few clicks. The question that kept coming back to Dinesh's mind was, why wasn't India tapping into this immense potential? Why weren't Indian small and medium-sized enterprises using the internet to expand globally? In 1995, when the Indian government opened internet access to the public through VSNL, which is Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited, Dinesh knew that the time had come. India was on the brink of a digital revolution, and businesses needed to get on board. He saw an opportunity to create an online platform where Indian businesses could connect directly with buyers from all over the world. So in 1996, Dinesh Agarwal left his lucrative job in the US and returned to India, armed with a vision. He invested his own money, around 40,000 rupees, to start IndiaMART. At the time, this might have seemed like a risky move, but Dinesh had faith in his vision. His goal was simple: to create an online marketplace that would allow Indian businesses to list their products and services, making it easier for buyers, both domestic and international, to find them. IndiaMart's early days were challenging. Businesses in India were not familiar with online platforms, and internet penetration in the country was still extremely low. But Dinesh persisted. He personally met with small business owners, explaining to them the benefits of having an online presence. IndiaMart's USP was simple, yet powerful. It provided a platform that allowed businesses to connect with buyers from across the globe without the need for expensive trade shows, foreign trips, or outdated marketing methods. In the early days, IndiaMART was primarily a business directory, where businesses could list their contact details and product information. This might seem basic now, but at the time, it was revolutionary. Indian businesses, especially those in smaller cities and rural areas, finally had access to the global market. But IndiaMART didn't stop there. Dinesh knew that to scale the platform, he needed to solve the issue of trust. Buyers needed to trust that the sellers were legitimate, and sellers needed to know that the buyers were serious. So IndiaMART introduced a verification process where both buyers and sellers were vetted before they could join the platform. Trust was one of the major hurdles IndiaMART needed to overcome. In the traditional B2B market, trust is often built through long-standing relationships, face-to-face interactions, and sometimes even contracts. Moving this process online meant building trust digitally, and that was no small feat. IndiaMART introduced key features to solve the problem like verified listings, where sellers had to provide proof of legitimacy, ensuring buyers could trust them. Reviews and ratings where buyers could leave feedback, adding transparency. And lead generation, where IndiaMART provided verified leads from interested buyers, allowing sellers to connect directly with genuine customers, saving them the hassle of searching for buyers. These features were game changers for Indian SMEs. While the initial phase of IndiaMART was focused on being a directory of businesses, Dinesh quickly realized that for the platform to truly scale, it needed to become more than that. IndiaMART transitioned into a full-fledged marketplace where buyers and sellers could not only find each other, but also negotiate, transact, and build long-term business relationships. IndiaMART also began focusing on creating a seamless user experience. The platform was designed to be user-friendly, even for those who were not tech-savvy. This was critical, as many small business owners in India were still getting used to the internet. As IndiaMART began to grow, a storm was brewing on the horizon, the dot-com bubble burst of 2000. The collapse sent shockwaves through the tech industry worldwide, and many internet-based companies crumbled. But IndiaMART survived. How? Instead of following the herd of high-burn business models, Dinesh Agarwal made a conscious decision early on. IndiaMART would be bootstrapped. Rather than chasing after venture capital and burning cash on customer acquisition, they focused on building a sustainable model with a clear revenue stream. In 2001, IndiaMART pivoted to a subscription-based model. They introduced tiered memberships where businesses could pay for better visibility, premium placements, and enhanced services. This shift wasn't just about generating revenue, it was about creating value. Businesses that saw a tangible return on investment from IndiaMART's leads were willing to pay for it. As the years went by, IndiaMART continued to grow at an impressive rate. More businesses joined the platform, and buyers from all over the world started to use it to find suppliers in India. IndiaMART became the go-to platform for B2B trade in India, and it wasn't long before the platform started attracting attention from international markets as well. IndiaMART's success can be attributed to several factors. Firstly, understanding the market, Dinesh Agarwal and his team had a deep understanding of the Indian SME market. They knew that small businesses needed a platform that was affordable, easy to use, and provided real value in the form of leads and visibility. Secondly, continuous innovation. IndiaMART didn't rest on its laurels. The company was constantly innovating, adding new features, improving the user experience, and finding new ways to provide value to its customers. And finally, building relationships. IndiaMART focused on building long-term relationships by listening to customer feedback and offering valuable support beyond just transactions. By addressing pain points and providing proactive customer service, they fostered trust and loyalty, becoming a key partner in the growth journey of SMEs. This approach was essential to IndiaMART's lasting success. As IndiaMART grew, so did the B2B sector's reliance on technology. One key factor in their success was staying at the forefront of technological change. IndiaMART made sure to continuously upgrade its platform, moving from a basic directory-style listing to a more sophisticated and interactive digital marketplace. This transition helped businesses not just find leads, but actually close deals through the platform. With the global rise of e-commerce, IndiaMART embraced digital payments and a host of other services. These included features like secure payment gateways, supply chain tracking, and data analytics, which allowed businesses to better understand their customers and markets. Even as IndiaMART expanded its reach and offerings, a significant pain point persisted: secure and reliable payments. The B2B sector, notorious for delayed payments and lack of payment security, posed a considerable risk. To solve this, IndiaMART introduced payment protection plans. Acting as a mediator, IndiaMART ensured that payments were held securely and released only after the buyer confirmed receipt of goods. This escrow-like service mitigated risks and reinforced trust among users. In the 2000s, digital marketing became an essential tool for any growing business. IndiaMART realized that simply listing companies wasn't enough. They had to help these businesses reach the right audiences. The platform introduced features like search engine optimization, SEO, for listings, which made it easier for buyers to find specific products and services. At the same time, IndiaMART invested in Google Ads and other digital advertising channels to drive more traffic to their platform. Their marketing strategies evolved with the digital landscape, helping to attract millions of visitors per month. IndiaMART wasn't alone in its journey to dominate the B2B marketplace. Competitors like Alibaba, Trade India, and Exporters India also emerged, each trying to tap into the growing demand for online trade platforms. However, IndiaMART managed to stay ahead by focusing heavily on the needs of the Indian SME market, which other global competitors like Alibaba didn't fully understand at the granular level. IndiaMART focused on the Indian market's specific needs, such as language barriers, local payment solutions, and a deeper understanding of the cultural nuances that impacted business transactions in India. This localized approach allowed IndiaMART to stay ahead, even when competitors offered cheaper or more technologically advanced services. The competition wasn't just limited to digital platforms. Traditional B2B models still had a strong foothold, particularly among older business owners who were resistant to change. IndiaMART had to work hard to demonstrate the clear advantages of going digital: lower costs, wider reach, and faster transactions. While the growth was impressive, it wasn't without its challenges. In the late 1990s, when IndiaMART was still gaining traction, internet connectivity in India was slow and limited. Most businesses didn't have access to the internet, especially in smaller towns and rural areas. This was a significant challenge for IndiaMART as they wanted to cater to SMEs across the country. Moreover, internet literacy was low. Many business owners were unfamiliar with how to use the internet for business purposes. This required IndiaMART to spend a significant amount of time and resources on educating business owners about the benefits of an online presence and how the platform worked. It was a slow and painstaking process, but Dinesh Agarwal and his team were committed to their vision. They conducted workshops, webinars, and one-on-one training sessions with business owners across the country. These sessions explained how to use the platform, how to generate more leads, and how to secure deals with international buyers. IndiaMART essentially became not just a platform, but also a consultant and educator for Indian SMEs. IndiaMART's customers range from tiny family-run businesses to large-scale manufacturers. The platform's appeal lies in its ability to serve diverse needs. Whether you were looking to export tea to Europe or buy industrial machinery locally, IndiaMART had something for everyone. These users chose IndiaMART because it wasn't just a marketplace, it was a comprehensive solution. It helped them find new markets, connect with trustworthy partners, and ensure secure payments, all under one roof. As IndiaMART's customer base grew, so did the types of businesses that joined the platform. Initially focused on traditional industries like textiles, handicrafts, and manufacturing, the platform soon expanded into more specialized sectors, such as technology services, pharmaceuticals, and chemicals. This diversification was crucial for IndiaMART's continued growth. By targeting a wide range of industries, they were able to attract more buyers and sellers, creating a self-reinforcing cycle where more buyers led to more sellers, and vice versa. IndiaMART also started focusing on service-based industries, such as IT services and consulting. This opened up entirely new avenues for growth, as service-based businesses began using IndiaMART to find clients both in India and abroad. And one of the biggest game changers for IndiaMART came with the rise of mobile internet. In the early 2010s, as smartphone usage surged across India, IndiaMART was quick to adapt. They launched a mobile app that allowed businesses to manage their listings, communicate with buyers, and even close deals directly from their phones. This was a critical move because by 2015, mobile internet had overtaken desktop usage in India. Many small business owners, particularly in rural areas, skipped the desktop era entirely and went straight to smartphones. IndiaMART's app made it easy for these businesses to access the platform, even if they didn't have a traditional office setup or desktop computer. IndiaMART's success culminated in one of its most significant milestones, the IPO in 2019. The company became the first online B2B marketplace in India to go public. The IPO was a huge success, with shares being oversubscribed by more than 36 times. Going public was not just a financial win for IndiaMART, it was a validation of the company's business model and its importance in the Indian economy. The IPO allowed the company to raise funds to further invest in technology, expand its operations, and enhance its offerings for both buyers and sellers. Looking ahead, IndiaMART is focused on maintaining its leadership position in the B2B marketplace. They are investing heavily in artificial intelligence and machine learning to offer more personalized experiences for users. AI-driven features like smart recommendations, chatbots, and predictive analytics are already being tested, allowing buyers and sellers to connect more efficiently. Additionally, IndiaMART is exploring partnerships and acquisitions to expand its reach. For example, they are considering expanding into logistics and supply chain management, helping businesses not just find buyers, but also fulfill orders more efficiently. IndiaMART is primed for continued growth as businesses increasingly move online. It's become the go-to platform connecting Indian SMEs with global buyers. Here are the key lessons we can learn from IndiaMART. First, solve core problems by addressing market needs with innovative solutions. Second, build trust by ensuring credibility through verification and transparency. Third, adapt to changing technology and market trends to stay ahead. Next, provide real value to foster long-term customer loyalty. And finally, invest in innovation by using technology to enhance the user experience. IndiaMart's journey from startup to 18,000 crore giant showcases how solving real problems and focusing on innovation can transform an industry. It has revolutionized the way Indian businesses connect and grow, and its vision continues to drive its success. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed learning about IndiaMart's incredible journey and the innovative strategies that drove its success. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring business stories. Your support helps us continue bringing you valuable content.